Good news, everyone. Mr. Page here with a spicy deck. I've had some pretty good success with this in the Best of One event. And the basic starting premise of the deck was that I didn't want to have any creatures or any planeswalkers, so that we can blank a lot of removal in our opponent's hands and just decks in general. So I've decided to attack it with a Gates build. Basically, using this guy here, Guild Summit. Took one out of the deck there. This card is just absurd. Like, you don't have to run Gates to play it, but it is basically like a stroke of genius and a Horn of Green rolled into one, which is just insane. Like, it's just a draw X, and then you also draw every time you play a land. Super amount of card draw. Like, you just draw ridiculous amounts of cards with this deck. So much so that I've got two Gaea's Blessings main deck, just so that we don't get decked. We don't have to hold back on drawing cards. We can go ahead and draw 10 cards a turn and not worry about getting decked. I also really like Thought Erasure in this format. It's just super strong against the control decks, and it's still really good against creature decks too. Like, it's not dead like Duress would be. Against the creature decks, you really do need a lot of help, so we're running 6 Wraths. Gates Ablaze is an amazing sweeper. Deafening Clarion's pretty good too. And then we actually eventually win using the good old Mastermind's acquisition with the Wish sideboard. And then all the usual suspects are over here. You've got Elira, you've got Nezahal. And because we're playing 5 colors, we also have Ethereal Absolution, which is super good at just crushing the like mono blue decks. If you get to that point in the game where you could Wish and then put one of these out. We've also got our 1 mana answers to enchantments, 1 mana answer to big creature, 1 mana answer to little creature, 1 mana answer to artifact, 2 mana answer to planeswalker. So the Mastermind's being able to just do everything super strong. Because there's no sideboarding Best of One, we don't even pay a price for it. We've also got the classic combo here of Mirari Conjecture and Unmoored Ego. So you can tutor up a Mirari Conjecture with your first tutor. It'll immediately pick up a counter spell or whatever for you. There's negates in the deck, maybe just a removal spell. And then it gets the tutor back, and then when turn 3 goes off, for the 3rd chapter of the saga, you get to do a tutor again, which doubles. You get an Unmoored Ego, and you can cast that immediately, which doubles. And the first one you can just like get Banefire or Teferi or whatever you know that they have in his trouble, and then you get Perfect Information for the second naming. And basically they just can't win from there. I'm trying out a Primal Amulet, which lets you do more of that doubling stuff without needing to wait for the chapter. The 3 chapters to tick up on the saga. I'm not convinced this should be in the deck, but I'm giving it a shot. It's a little slow, but it's super powerful. And then other than that, we just have a suite of various removal and just general card draw and whatnot. I'm running 1 Azcanta just as a free roll. Because it's legendary. The first one's way better than the 2nd and 3rd, so I just got 1 stuck in here. Honestly, it's there mostly just to like clear or mortify. you play it and they'll do anything they can to remove it, just because that's what people do with search. Even though in this deck it's not that critical, and that'll clear the way for the Guild Summit. All right, enough jimma-jamma. Let's get to the games. Okay, so we've got all 5 colors. That's really good. We've also got a Gates Ablaze and a Moment of Craving. This is definitely a keep. Against a fast deck, we've got what we need. And then against a slow deck, hopefully we have time to actually draw some relevant cards, because these don't do anything against Esper. We are up against Esper. Luckily we did draw a Guild Summit. So hopefully we can find a spot to sneak that through. I'm actually going to go ahead and get a basic here. Just so that if he does If he taps out for an Azcanta or something, then we can get our Guild Summit down. He did not tap out, so I'll happily just Growth Spiral here. Ooh, we drew our 1 Negate. So now we can summit with Negate back up. Ooh, we also drew a Thought Erasure. Oh, what just happened there? I thought we're on his turn. Game was going a little too quick for me there. Right. No matter, we're in good shape here. The Thought Erasure cleared the way for a summit, which instantly resolves. Cards. Gross another summit. Perfect. Expansion also can copy a counter spell, so it's super good.
Let's skip to the good part.
The Teferi down on us. That's not ideal. Just get another Guild Summit down. At this point, we're just gonna, even though he's got a Teferi out, we're gonna bury him in card advantage. Creature removal's worthless anyway, so discarding the hand size, no big deal.
No time for a break.
We're under a little bit of pressure. We have to make sure this doesn't ultimate on us. But the explosion part of this can deal with that if it has to. Kai is annoying because we have Gaea's Blessings and stuff to actually recycle our cards. Just get a lot of lands and draw a lot of cards. Tempted to just get the plazas here. Guess it's not worth it. We should hold Negate up. I'm not sure what we would negate, but auto tapped our lands wrong. Now we can't do a growth spiral. Oh, we might as well run a search out. What? Yeah, so Search did his job there. He, with Guild Summit sitting there, he didn't kill them, but he did kill our Search. So we can just discard creature removal, and then extra lands.
You know what? I'm not done yet.
Yeah, we do need to find an answer to this Teferi very soon.
Funny, that's what I do.
Now that he tapped low, maybe we should explosion it. I guess he's not that low. He took up 5 mana up. I guess if he does it this at the end of turn, we'll respond with the explosion. And I have to hold quite a bit of mana up for that. Well, let's see what this gets us. More creature removal. Great. I guess we have to root again. So we can't explosion this turn, but we'll have even more lands to explosion with next turn. Or hopefully we just draw Vraska's Contempt. Assassin's Trophy, that'll do the trick. So we're just going to pass here with 5 mana up. He Chemisters That's Chemister, so we can just trophy Teferi away.
Hardly my worst.
Not too worried about the Gaea. I don't want to waste my expansion on the to trophy just to kill Gaea. I'd much rather keep Negate up to fight another Teferi. Creature removal. This is the only gate, although it does cost us a mana to play it. Guess we'll keep it in our hand. Didn't hit our trophy. He really should have. Could expansion that. Could negate it, but then our negate's down. I think we just let it happen. If he takes our negate, so be it. If we still have our powerful cards. Yeah, he took the expansion, so I can still negate a Teferi here if he has one. Do I want to negate a search? Probably. I'm gonna grow spawn first and just play the Plaza here. Maybe I don't want to negate it. Yeah, I'll let him have it. I want to keep the negate to defend my own spells rather than just fight this. We could use Gaea's Blessing here to keep him from flipping. We'll shuffle his Chemister's Insights in and land. We can Chemister's Insight in response, but now he's tapped out. Now we can kill Gaea with that, I think. Yes, exactly. X equals 6. Kill Gaea, draw 6 cards.
You beat me this time. Bravo.
I'll Thought Erasure him. So do nothing, do nothing, do nothing, do nothing. Our deck is doing what it plans to do. He's got 4 blanks in his hand. Just gonna pitch both the plazas. No, I guess Gross Pile's worse than a plaza. When there's no land in her hand. Top deck to Teferi.
If you show remorse, I'll show restraint.
But we can Mastermind here for the 6 mana effect there that shuts down Planeswalkers. His name escapes me at the moment. And he might actually concede to it. Yep, negate to defend it. Immortal Sun. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have enough mana to do a Thought Erasure first. Make sure that blank isn't a counterspell. Mortify. Guess I don't need the Contempt, although I guess it's a decent as an insurance policy. Ah, who needs insurance? This should work. So he can Azcanta and find a counter, but we have to negate for whatever he finds. Well, that's annoying because it's a slow answer. Oh, no, we have Thought Erasure. Go back and get that Excellence Binding. Amulet's fine. We'll just play a Plaza to draw 2. But we can't pay the mana for it. Extra card. Oh, 2 extra cards. I guess our deck is super thin. Counters this Gaea's Blessing. Might be in trouble, although he probably doesn't have enough mana to win a counter fight over it. So we have to shuffle in the other Gaea's Blessing for sure. I think the Tutor. And Expansion Explosion, I guess? Didn't have a counter, so that's great. We'll do this just to get a counter on the amulet and have a look at our deck. Although with only 6 cards in our deck, I don't know if we can afford to even pull a land out if there is one there. I guess we can. We still have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 untapped. Oh, he's had enough. There's so many blanks in his deck. Alright, that one worked out just like we drew it up. Big part of the victory there was the Guild Summit. It's just draws you so many cards. This is a great hand. We can attack either control or aggro really well with it. We're only missing black mana. No black cards, so that's fine. He's mulling deep. He doesn't even want to fake being a Guildgate deck. Now we regret not having our black mana. So do we want to cycle the Blessing? I don't think so. We'll go for the 3 mana turn. What is this? 2 life to draw a card. 2 mana and 2 life to draw a card. If he's at 5 or less, he can transform it. They can sack creatures to gain life. Well, that's 1 card advantage engine. I prefer mine, which I will get down while he's tapped out for sure. He might be a mill deck, and our Gaea's Blessings just instantly win. Oh, he's mana screwed too. Well, luckily for him, we don't actually have any lands, so... We have 1 more land than him, but we're both missing land drops now. He said good game, but that was premature. We can hit a land. Draw many, many cards. Cannot. Now we've drawn both our Gaea's Blessings, so if he is a mill deck, we might be in trouble. Helm of the Host. Beginning of combat. Create a token that's a copy of Equip. Equip 5. Okay, well, hopefully that doesn't happen. I guess we should definitely shuffle our Gaea's Blessing in while we can. But he's not a mill deck, he's some sort of weird creature deck. And now we're off to the races. That one land should make sure we hit land drops for the rest of the game. Pitch some Gates Ablaze. Not sure what he's up to, but having one in the bank should be enough. I might regret that. He might have a whole lot of weird creatures in his deck. That definitely counts as a weird creature. Strip his hand. See if we can afford to Gates Ablaze or if we have to hold it. Dang. Not sure what's going on here. Yeah. I'll just take that guy. Sure, I'll draw another Thought Erasure. I've only got 3 gates. I can't actually Gates Ablaze right now. His attack phase. But I don't have enough lands to Gates Ablaze this. I do have enough to contempt and copy it though, which I think is what I need to do. One permanent away from ascending there and really doing some damage. I need to draw a gate. This train going. On 4 of my 7 not gates in my deck. I wonder if there's some sort of combo with these mirror images, or if he's just using them to copy lords. There's a gate. Gate I have to pay for, but it's a gate nonetheless. What do we need here? I guess I have, like, everything. I guess I'll get black, blue. These Thought Erasures. What was this? As Arcana enters battle, choose creature type. Creatures you control are chosen type in addition to their other types. So we can make all of his creatures zombies? So he is some sort of combo. I'm gonna take it, assuming it's relevant. Oh, I don't know if it is relevant. That'll draw us a bunch of cards. Just gonna go back and take one of those. What up against a deck like this, it's hard to know if you're actually in trouble or not. I'm one to talk. I'm playing a pretty off the beaten path deck myself. He'll remember to attack this time. For some reason that guy didn't attack. Is it not allowed to attack? No, that guy could have attacked. Azcanta flip. Maybe search doesn't belong in this deck because I can just draw so many cards with my gates. Although I guess the Guildgate Summit, you don't always draw them, so be good in games where I didn't find a summit. We want a Clarion, which leaves 2 mana up, so keep the negate up. There's a Mastermind. I wonder what I get against this deck. I wish I knew what he was up to. Maybe Unmoored Ego would be good, but I guess he's down to 8 because of this thing. I can just expansion him out. I probably could have that turn. I didn't even look. Yeah, I could have X-equinated him. Is he tapped out? I think he might have been tapped out too. At any rate, he's certainly dead here now. Just X=6 him. Definitely not used to having that kind of opportunity in this deck. But he blood fasted himself down to nothing. Strange little deck there. That is a refreshing part of the best of 1Q, though. You do get to play against people who've brewed their own decks rather than all super competitive metagame decks, which is what you get at the top of the Mythic ladder. Okay, so we can cast a trophy. We can cast a Thought Erasure. Cast a Guild Summit. This is a great hand. All of our lands are slow. Some of them are super slow. We're up against red. Oh, but we drew one of our sweepers. That's great. Guess I want the white land to make sure I can Clarion. It'll be white and red, and then whatever I draw. Not red, it's Gruul. His clone's slow and steady, which makes the Deafening Clarion a lot worse. I could trophy this away, or I could take 7 and Thought Erasure him. That might be the right play, because he might have like a Phoenix or something that we want to deal with. Not have a Phoenix, so we'll take the collision. I want another super slow land. Hopefully plays the Harpooner and we can Clarion it away. Leaving him with just the Spellbreaker. Drawing a Gates Ablaze would be great. Another Clarion, not perfect. Oh, he drew a pump spell? No, so that must be Lightning Strike, I'm thinking. Not dead. Oh, there's the Gates Ablaze. Late to the party. We have to kill this main phase because it gets hexproof. On my turn, rather. I guess we'll just trophy it. Should I trophy it or blaze it? I should trophy it. I can't imagine him going up to 6 mana is that relevant. This way we have Moment of Craving up too. In case he plays a hasty guy. Hasty 2-drop. There's that lightning strike I called. There's that hasty 2-drop. Did an extra click there. I meant to give him the chance to buff it. Should be at 2 more life. Let's draw some cards. Yeah, I clicked too quick there. That sucks. Threw this game away. Although we were gonna have a hard time, I think, making a full comeback there, but we should have been at least alive through that turn. Gates Ablaze came 1 turn late too. I guess I could have played that different too by Assassin's Trophying the Spellbreaker earlier. We're keeping a 2-lander here, but we can cast Thought Erasure with it. This Clarion's going to be good to clean up this White Weenie. Assuming we actually get to cast it on time. Draw a land here. Afterlife creatures are annoying. Take it, locks it on it here. He lands, not more Masterminds. So ideally here we do we play a Guildgate and we trophy one of the Tide Takers. And the following turn we can Clarion. Not what happened. We'll do it this way. We take 1 more damage immediately, but it sets the Clarion up better. Might have been right to hit the Bodyguard because we're so far away from actually casting the Clarion. The land we draw has to be red or white too, the unfortunate thing. That is unfortunate. I might shift gears here and just hit the Bodyguard. This is better if we don't draw the Clarion. Or the means to cast the Clarion. It's a bad thing about this deck is you get so many cards that are good against control and so many cards that are good against aggro, but you draw the wrong ones in the wrong matchups, you end up turtling the game away like this. I need the Surveil. Okay, this works out. So we got rid of the Unbreakable formation, which would have ruined our day. Found a Gates Ablaze. It's not a land, so that sucks. And now he's flipped an Adonto, so that sucks. But technically not dead. Although he's rebuilding 2 creatures here, so we're essentially dead. You can't miss. Look, he's at 7 land and we're at 3. Well, that's the risk you take playing a Gates deck, though. You're going to get color screwed sometimes, and we also got just the number of lands screwed. Couple quick losses there. We were close to stabilizing there, though. If we had the mana to do the Clarion, it would have been good, but white is our lowest count land. There's no black for this, but I'm still going to keep it. It's actually got 3. Bad thing about playing a 5-color deck, too, in this format is the hand smoothing algorithm doesn't actually help us as much. Because it just looks at the number of lands, it doesn't look at the colors they produce. That means it'll often get it wrong on which of the 2 hands it's better. Or is it 3 hands it draws and gives you the best? No, they're not black lands, so I think I want... The Orzhov Guildgate gives us access to all 4. Get the summit train started. Not sure not sure what we're up against here. Try to Izzet spell deck. The Drake's deck. Tempted to go... Oh, I can't cast that anyway. So we're just going to do full Guild Summit. One good thing about the Gates deck, though, is that we're missing black mana, but when we find a gate that makes black mana because of the Plaza of Harmony, we get to have the black mana immediately. We don't have to wait a turn. So we can play the Gateway Plaza and then the Plaza of Harmony black. Do the Thought Erasure if we want. Alternatively, this turn I can just go Primal Amulet and Selesnya Guildgate just to get the amulet rolling. Not like this guy's pressuring us. Using the Gaea's Blessings to put his instants and sorceries back in his deck is kind of funny. Ooh, he's sending a message there with Banefire to the face. So I could Gates Ablaze that away, playing another gate first, but I think we're gonna get the amulet down. Draw 2. Could have drawn 2 first, I guess, but didn't change anything. Now I think I probably will blaze away that Drake. I have to let him get another Drake out, though. Clarion's pretty bad against the Drake deck. Which comes up short. Sift is not one you see every day. It's kind of red screwed. Might have a Crackling Drake, just can't cast it. Plaza to get up to 6 mana. Still don't have the black on the table though. I can't Thought Erasure. Okay, here's what we can do. We can root. As long as we go get a black. I'll go get a couple black. Now the Plaza makes black. Though this doesn't make blue. That's annoying. Auto tapper. We'll have to do this. And this. Let's see what's going on over there. Interesting inclusion. We'll take his counterspell. On another Clarion. We will Gaze Blessing. Spell count back down. I rushed that. Which were probably the wrong ones to put back in his deck, but the rope is so stressful in this game. Up to 3 tokens on the Primal Amulet, so it'll flip with one more spell. And then we can start doubling spells. And then the Clarion's good. Double it. Kill the Drakes. Could start with Guild Summit, not tapping extra ones, and then just play this to draw 3. I guess we definitely want a Blaze, which will finish flipping this for us. You might just scoop the Gates Ablaze, actually. Do that first, see if we can find something a little more businessy than Guild Summit. We did not. I'll just draw maximum cards in that case. Pitch a bunch of lands. Guess I don't want the search. Too mana intensive. I'd like to pull the Banefires out of his deck. With an Unmoored Ego. Pitched his Lava Coil. He's on to us in our creatureless ways. Okay, so we can double up this acquisition. Go get a Rari Conjecture. The Unmoored Ego. 6 mana, so that will let us do a Conjecture. And a Negate. Fortunately, we had no instants. But we're primarily playing this for the super double power there later on. Drake is fine. Just Gates Ablaze that away. As long as it doesn't gain haste. Expansion. That's fun with our doubly turn. Our Mastermind's back. Start with Gates Ablaze. Then we will Thought Erasure. Then we will double up the ego. Oh look, it even knows to use the copy land. Thank you. So we'll get his Bane Fires. Might be 2 left in his deck still. Nope, he was out. What does he got? Phoenix, Drake. He's got a full set of Sinister Sabotages. Ending Dragon. Gonna have a hard time winning this game. 1 Crackling Drake still in his deck. Lots of Enigma Drake still. Let's take the Sinister Sabotage. Their second ego. Then I'm pretty sure we can just win with tripled up Expansion Explosion next turn. That. Not even gonna let us triple up the Expansion Explosion. It's an interesting hand. Lots of slow lands. We're going to need some help to stay in this game, I think. Guy's hard to Gates Ablaze away. In a timely manner. So ideally I draw another gate so I can actually Thought Erasure this turn and play a land. We are in trouble. I do want a Thought Erasure, which means we're not playing a gate this turn. Chain World. Plaza of Harmony's good. This guy's knocking us to 10. We can go to 6. Deny the card draw. I don't think I can go that low. Can I go that low? I think we can go that low. Get Plaza out here. We'll negate the risk factor, hopefully. If you drew a creature, we might be in trouble. That's annoying too. Presumably that means he has another relevant card to play. That sucks. And we're dead. Little too fast for us. The triple plaza draw fucked us over. I could have blazed away this. I could have let him draw cards. I don't think we were winning that game though. Oh well. Decent run, 3-3. Not great. I think the deck definitely has room for improvement, but it's fun playing a rogue deck no one else is running. I hope you guys enjoyed this look into the Lonely Gates deck. I'm Mr. Page. See you guys next time. Like and subscribe.